Welcome everyone. Now let's take a look at the third task. So in this task, you are asked to create class named GasReceipt that prints the following output in the console. So technically, you need to print the receipt of gas purchase on the console, right? So your your output should be this at the end. This should be your output. So in the first line, you have multiple Astra keys. So in total, IntelliJ is telling me that there are 30 Astra keys that I need to display on the first line. And then in the second line, I have the two vertical lines. But of course, between those two vertical lines, I do have 28 spaces that I need to print. And then next is going to be this statement, where it also has 30 characters in total. And it contains McLean store, those string of text as well, between those vertical lines. And then you have another line which only contains vertical lines and empty spaces between them. Okay, so the total characters in each print statement will be 30 in total, right? So then next after that, I have the date and time that I need to print, and then another empty line, and then after that another empty line. I will display the gallons, number of gallons, and price. After the price, we have multiple dashes equal. Basically, this is the equal sign, right? There are about 26 equal characters that I need to display. And then lastly, it's going to be the fuel total, right? After the fuel total is displayed, then you also have one more additional line, which contains two vertical lines and 28 space characters. And lastly, you will end it with the same number of Astra keys, right? So please go ahead, create this class GasReceipt under the package day01, which is under the project Java self-practice. And I will still create main method to make this class runnable. So on the console, on first line, I need to display those 30 Astra keys. So here's my print statement to display 30 Astra keys. So within this double quote now, there are 30 Astra keys I can give. So you can copy these 30 Astra keys that are given within your text file that contains the requirement of this task and paste it right here. Okay. So now if I run the program, it is going to display 30 Astra keys, as you can see it here. All right. So we are getting closer to what we expected. So after the 30 Astra keys are displayed, next you need to display the vertical lines. And of course, there are about 28 spaces. And the good thing is, if you continue to give the space with the Astra key, whenever those two lines are aligning, this last Astra key of first print statement and this vertical line is aligning, that means now that's what you will have on the console, right? So we do have same number of characters right now. Here we have 30 characters, you see, and in the print statement, we also gave 30 characters. All right, and next step, I need to display the store name. So I still have to include this vertical line, and between this vertical line and first character, you have about 9 characters. So 9 space characters you need to give. So let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Afterwards, I can display the message, the name of the store, which is McLean store. And after the McLean store is displayed, of course, you have 7 more empty spaces and 1 vertical line. So I need to give 7 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the vertical line. So as long as it's aligning, you see, that means we are doing it right. Okay. So it's displayed, and next step, we need to display one more empty line, which is going to be same output as this one, right? So I can just copy paste it. So on the receipt, right after the store name, we're supposed to have one empty line. Okay, afterwards you have to display the date and time. So here I can give this print statement. Okay, and then I can display those messages that were required. So in total, you have about 28 characters including space, digits, and the type. So I can paste them to right here. And I also have to double check to make sure that they are aligning. Those vertical lines from line 8 to line 11, they should be aligning. If they are not aligning, then when you run the program, you will get some unexpected outputs. Okay, so we are getting closer. And after this date and time is displayed, we also have one more empty line. We already gave this code fragment that can print one more empty line on the receipt, right? So I will paste it here. So you see, now we are getting closer to what we expected. And after that one more empty line, next you need to include the number of gallons, right? So this is what you need to display in the next print statement. So in the next print statement here, I can paste the given expected text. Okay, and when I paste the given expected text, I also have to double check to make sure that the right side and left side, they are aligning with those vertical lines of the previous print statements. And you see, we are getting the expected output. And after the number of gallons, you need to display the price, right? So those information should be in the next print statement. So you can type them one by one, or you can paste it. But when you paste it, just make sure that right side and left side are aligning. Okay. Okay, and also please execute it one by one to make sure that it is giving you what you actually expected of. And after the price, next we have these characters that needs to print it in the next line on the console. So here I will give one more print statement and paste the text that I wanted to print. Okay, so we already got more closer to the final GasReceipt output. So afterwards, it is the fuel total that I need to include here. So this is for the fuel total print statement. Fuel total is displayed. And after the fuel total, you have one more empty line. So this is for our empty line on the GasReceipt. So I can paste it here. And then lastly, after that one more empty line, you need to close it with 30 abstract characters, which we already gave at the beginning, right? So that one I can just paste it here. And at the end, if I run the program, you see, I will end up getting the GasReceipt. And of course, if you want to make it a little more readable on the console by shifting this GasReceipt to the right side of the console, you could include the escape sequence, which gives paragraph space, right? So let me try to include 2 paragraph spaces before each print statement, before printing the characters in each print statement. So that way it would allow me to move it to the right side on the console when I display it. So let's just give two additional paragraph space characters at the beginning of each print statement, and make sure that they're also aligning those vertical lines in each print statement. They should be aligning well. And now if I run the program this time, you see it is moved to the right side on console. It included 2 additional paragraph space, right? Of course, you could also include more paragraph spaces by giving more of those escape sequences in each print statement. So this is the solution of GasReceipt task.